Hello, Fusion Gaming here. Hi, just to give you a quick update, we are currently on day 6 of the league, and I just wanted to give you a quick update of where I'm up to. Before we jump into that, I just want to say thank you for anyone who's liked me or followed me on this journey. If you are not subscribed, can I kindly ask that obviously if you like my videos or if you've not watched any of my videos, go check them out. They are all on my channel. Throw us a subscribe. There's tons of PoE content on there, and I have done a quick check, and there's around about 40-50% of people that watch my videos that aren't subscribed. So I'm trying to get that number up, so throw us a subscribe, throw us a like. So let's go through my league start. So first of all, I started with Ball Lightning Hierophant Archmage. Now it was good till I got to around about Act 9, and I was rocking around about 8,000 mana, but I was only running with about 1,000 armor. So mobs, as you can imagine, were literally one-shotting me because the only defensive layer that I had at the time was I was running Mind Over Matter at around about 50%. I could have got it to 60%, but the fact that any monster that was hitting me was literally chunking my life down, I didn't like that. And it would literally just take 2 monsters to hit me, and I was pretty much dead. I was running out of life flasks, I was using them that much. So I was just like, this isn't going to work. So that was the end of day 1. Going into day 2, I was like, no, don't like this. Day 2, I then decided to then re-roll. Now, as if anyone's watched my league starter video, I did mention, honorable mention, Spectres. So I thought, screw it, let's go for it. So I then spec'd into Spectres. I used the Moon Dancers and I used the Wretched Defilers. Now, the Wretched Defilers were pretty good. Moon Dancers, a little bit slow, but very good damage. But I wanted more Spectres, so obviously I did a bit of farming, managed to get the helmet that gave me another 4, so I was there running 8 Spectres, and even then I wasn't really that happy with the damage. The damage just wasn't really, it was okay, but again, I was still very squish, and because of the fact that the leech buff was not working, there was a bug, and obviously it wasn't working correctly. We were only getting 0.01 of a tenth of what we should have been getting, and I could physically feel that in terms of me being able to do content. So I then obviously day 2, going into day 3, decided we need something that's going to be a lot more tankier and a lot stronger. So I then was about to roll into Firestorm Inquisitor, and then I thought no. I then decided to go Fire BV, so I have a Fire Blade Vortex Chieftain. I managed to get my armor up to 25,000, my resists up to 83% across the board, apart from Chaos was around about 60%, and I managed to get a ton of other stats. I was converting nearly 80% of all physical damage into fire, went into a tier 16 map, still getting one shot every now and then. Was not happy. I was like, how am I still getting one shot? This guy is so bloody tanky, and I just could not understand it. Literally, I tested the build. I literally stood and I killed all monsters but one monster, one blue monster, and he hit me once and chunked me for 2,500 life. That was with everything turned on, and it was a regular white map on a tier 16, and I was just like, what is going on? So at that point, I was very close to just saying, screw this league. So I took a bit of time away, day 3, to try and think of, kind of gather my thoughts. Came back day 4, fresh mind, and I tried to give Archmage another crack. And as you can see from the footage in the background here, this is the build. You then cast Mjolnir, and obviously the Mjolnir is casting Lightning Conduit of the Heavens, and it casts down 16 times onto 16 enemies. So if there are 16 enemies on your screen, it hits all 16 enemies at the same time. If there is not more than 16 enemies, then it will hit random 16 blocks, and obviously every 0.25 seconds as per Mjolnir. Now, as you can see here, if you look at the stats here, I am currently running with, I'll move my head, I am currently running with over 10,000 energy shield, and on the other side 8,200 mana. This is on obviously recording this video. Since then, I have then managed to push this energy shield up to 11,000, and I managed to push my mana over to 9,000. Now there is a way that obviously I can increase it a little bit more, but it's a case of that I just need to get some levels. I am currently only level 92, but the build itself is very fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it to a point where it's like level 98, 99. I'm going to spend a bit of money min-maxing the build, and then what I'll then do is I will then put a build guide out for this. as you can see here on the side here, Mjolnir, Indigon, Ivory Tower, and I'm running a Prism Guardian. The rest, and the Shaper's Touch gloves. The rest is all rare gear. As long as it has energy shield, mana, and intelligence, and strength as well. Strength does help you massively, because you need a lot of strength to run Mjolnir. You need 412 strength, so do not forget about the strength. I will obviously put this into a build video in the next week or so, once I've fine-tuned it and got it right. But in terms of layers of defense, we're running around about 12,000 evasion, around about 2,000 armor, and we're running a Vile Discipline. So obviously if we get hit by anything, then obviously we can always recoup it. And there is the odd time I have not been one shot at all. If anything hits me, I will see it take a chunk of my energy shield, maybe 2,000-3,000, but bearing in mind I've got 11,000, I then have time to then either wait, pop Arcane Cloak, which then gives me a buffer of another 5,000 life or kind of shield, and wait for my energy shield. If it's still chunking me, then I will then pop Vile Discipline. So it is a very fun build. Obviously it does make use of Arcane Cloak. Obviously you can see here I was checking the numbers in terms of how it works. So as you can see here, I'm running at 107,000 damage. And then when I pop Arcane Cloak, it then just literally shoots through the moon, but that's part of the Indigon playstyle. As you can see there, look, it's just jumped to 362, 400,000 damage there, just from popping Indigon. Popping Arcane Cloak, and because of the advance, the mod that's on Indigon in terms of how much mana increases the amount of spell damage. Now obviously I can min-max the shield, the helmet, to get the most amount out of it. Obviously that's an end game project for me. So that is the builds. Obviously I've leveled a Templar, then I leveled a Witch, and then I leveled a Duelist. So yeah, 3 different classes, 4 different builds. So yeah, I had a bit of a rough start. However, GGG announced and did the patch last night. Obviously I've been at work all day. I haven't managed to play it yet because it didn't go live till late last night. So first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump into a bunch of maps. All I've seen all day all over Reddit and all over the Discord is everyone getting the Divine Shrines. All I need is one of them to kind of literally throw into this build, and I can pretty much min-max it if I really wanted to. So fingers crossed we will get one of those, and then you may get the build guide video a little bit faster than I was intending. That is pretty much it, guys. Just a very quick video just to run through my crazy league start, and I must be insane. I had people in the Discord who were laughing at me because I was literally re-rolling characters. I had literally re-rolled 3 days in a row, 3 different classes, and people were going insane, like, how the hell are you running through the axe so fast and staying sane? Well, I have an act leveling guide on how to get through the axe faster, so I know how to do it fast, so it was fine for me, and I enjoy going through the axe. It's a fun little challenge. So I'm going to leave it there, guys, and I'll probably catch up with you in a few days time. We'll do an update and we will do a build guide for this, and I'll let you know if there's been any progress, any updates, and if there's anything that we've done to kind of make it a little bit better, maybe a little bit tankier. I do have a few ideas in mind that will give me a bit of instant leech for energy shield, which for the veterans of PoE, you're probably already thinking about it. That's what I've been thinking about today. So that's the next project that I'm going to be working on, and I will keep you all updated. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching and stay sane.